Welcome to the Brookside Side Chats. I'm absolutely awesome host, Pojo. Today I'm joined by Landry, Brooklyn, and guest Alec. So I've gathered you guys here today simply to discuss a near and dear topic to all of our hearts, national anthems.
This is what you got me out of bed for?
Yes. I gave you donuts. Deal with it. Who here has heard the national anthem at least 100 times before a ball game, before classes?
You can't see, but we're all raising our hands.
Yes, of course. Am I the only one who thinks that it's not... When you think of national anthem, you think, oh, this is pinnacle music that we can produce. I just feel like it's not there with America.
If I say yes, you're the only one who thinks that, can we go home?
No.
What are you expecting exactly? Like Lizzo, or like what do you...
So, okay, like, for instance, let's take the USSR. That is just power. When you hear that, it's just like, you just feel that. I don't know how to describe it.
A patriotic feeling in
Yes,
your gut?
yes.
Okay.
So what you're saying is like it's actually effective at doing what you think it's supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Or like a more modern example, or still active example, is
The Russian anthem is still the Russian anthem.
the USSR.
Yeah. This is
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Party of life.
I'm like 99% sure, unless they changed it recently.
Regardless, where did we go wrong here? I feel.
I have a hot take on that one.
Okay,
I
give
think-
your hot
I
take,
think the
Landry.
difference is in the lyrics. And maybe a little bit in the composition. But the lyrics to the Russian one, I don't remember them exactly, but it's basically
Because
like
they're in Russian.
It's an overview of the national spirit, I guess you could say. There's a lot of communist rhetoric, like, we're brothers in arms, we're going to do this together and make our country great, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Whereas the Star Spangled Banner is kind of a...
There's a flag.
It's a POV story that takes place in a specific time and place.
That's a good point. You know, the United States has a very individualistic culture, right? So we think about ourselves primarily as individuals, not as a collective. So it makes sense our national anthem doesn't quite have the same sense of like camaraderie.
Which is interesting because I think that in a national anthem, camaraderie should probably come first, because I mean, a nation isn't an individual. A nation is a group of people.
Yeah.
And we have a group of people. It's a diverse melting pot of a lot of different cultures. And we're definitely built on a set principle list. I mean, it's in our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution and stuff. Like, there's definitely an American ideal. It doesn't say anything about that in the song.
No.
There's a flag. It's there.
Which, I mean, yeah, it's symbolic, but like...
Sure.
I feel like it could have been better.
I think My Country 'Tis of Thee would have made a better national anthem, but the problem is it's the same melody as God Save the Queen. So
That's another good...
At the Olympics,
that's
it would
another
get really
good one.
confusing.
That's fine.
Oh, I've had this song in the back of my head that really needs to be the national anthem.
What's
I
that?
swear to God.
Little Nas?
Battle Hymn of the Republic.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why I knew it, but I
Wait.
knew it.
Is that the...
All right, you want me to?
You heard it.
You've
So
heard
it's the Glory, Glory, Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trapped out there, the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored.
That was a good book.
He was loose, the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
Don't you love it when modern music has references to classic literature?
I know.
Funny how that works. I disagree with your book though because it is very explicitly religious, and I'm not down
I
for that.
agree too.
Which is fair, because I mean,
I don't
I'm
have a
pretty
problem-
sure we were like found out on the idea, or we're supposed to be found out on the idea that separation of
Church and state.
church and state.
I will say the music of it, I love it because it's super fanfare-ish.
Oh, yeah.
It is like
The-
in your face. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It has the exact same impact of like the USSR like music.
The tune of the song is definitely cool.
But like the original version was John Brown's like song, And it was kind of like during the Civil War when like the Union was kind of fighting the Confederates. It was just like this kind of rallying cry. I can't speak for that.
Rally cry.
But that's basically where it was. It was just, and then it kind of got into like the Union Army, and that's where this kind of song was kind of like the lyric kind of were shuffled. But if you have the music of like this song, I definitely think it's a lot more impactful than like the Anarch to like Heaven, which was a British drinking song that we put as the music of like the Star Spangled like Banner. So
See, this is interesting because normally when I listen to music, I'm a very sonic listener.
Mm-hmm.
If the musical composition is there, then I can vibe with it, even if the lyrics are total shit. But if the lyrics are amazing and the sound isn't there, then I'm normally gonna pass on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here, I'm talking about national anthems. I've mostly been talking about lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. It's just weird.
I don't know.
Which is kind of funny because of the three that we brought up, we can only, or at least I think of everyone in this room, we can only understand two of the three.
I know they say something about Lenin, like the USSR.
Something like that.
Like I saw a translation of it just because
Yeah.
I'm curious. And FBI, don't investigate me.
Yeah.
But it was like USSR. It was like the working man, communism, upright fight with like
Well,
Lenin, all that.
Which makes sense because that was their whole shtick, I feel.
Yeah,
Am I
and
wrong?
it relates to the country too. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what I'm kind of getting at this point. It's like, like the start, like, oh, say, can you see? Like you're talking about like the flag and trying to find the
Yeah.
flag in the middle of battle. And, I mean, is that really patriotism? Is that really like the freedom that we always keep like reflecting and talking about?
Kind of patriotic. Like I
Well,
get
don't
It's
get me-
patriotic in the most abstract sense.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely romantic.
Yeah,
Right.
And since the flag is the object of this romanticism,
Yeah.
it's indirectly patriotic, I guess. But I really don't think it captures that national spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada though, kind of works.
So we just listened to "O Canada" and
They didn't like it.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, don't get me wrong, for a national anthem, it will do, but it's not like home run.
I didn't necessarily say that it was a home run. I just mean it works for me. Like, sure, it's a little generic, but I mean, let's be honest. Canada's a generic country. What a stupid place.
Wow.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
they don't listen to our podcast, so I guess we're
Yeah, we
out
have
of it.
listeners in Canada.
We do.
I haven't seen any,
If
so
we get some, I'm not sorry.
What was the?
they wouldn't understand it. I'm sorry.
Alex?
Sorry.
I'm
What
not
were you saying?
sorry.
What was
I'm
the-
sorry you live there.
Wow. What was the? So after "Oh Canada," what was the lyrics? It was like something. Was it our native?
Our home and native land.
Our home and native land. I would really like to know what like indigenous peoples think
Yeah,
actually
no,
about
I was-
that.
I was
Would
actually
be an
thinking that
interesting
too,
point,
like-
because there's been a lot of controversy recently about how Canada has treated indigenous people there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do we really want to
Indigenous
talk
people
about?
just get the short end of the stick.
That's
Dude,
kind of historically true.
Does the U.S. really want to talk about indigenous like
We're not
lands?
speaking for the
Because
US, we're
United
speaking
States
for
had
Nebraska.
Completely perfect relations with indigenous people
yes.
here forever.
Absolutely.
The Pilgrims and the natives had Thanksgiving together, and then they were friends forever. That's how it happened.
And then they had a great migration from like the
Regardless,
east side to
They
like
held our
Oklahoma.
hands and we walked to California.
regardless, back
Jesus
to
Christ.
your point. Well, indigenous people.
Right. I just think that would probably come off as a little tone deaf to people who are actually native to the
Sure.
Yeah.
like to the area, which I just think is very interesting.
So in America, I know that the natives have been put into like their tribes and it's like kind of their own government type thing. Do you
Okay.
think it's that way in Canada too, where they have like their own individual anthems or tribe thing or tribe
Could you have
gatherings?
said that any whiter?
Yes, I could have.
I couldn't tell you like enough about
Yeah.
like the indigenous relations, like how that works with like in Canada. So I can't say for sure. I would venture to guess it's probably pretty poor in the same way that it is in the United States. The two countries aren't terribly different in that sense.
Yeah.
No, I think the only difference between the U.S. and Canada is weather and how long it takes to get health care.
I think there's more than a few of that. Side chats, though.
We're on side chats.
That's a side chat.
Double side.
Regardless.
Trickle down podcast.
Yes.
Trickle down side chat economics.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the important content your listeners are here
Exactly.
Yep.
Off the cuff.
All 5 of you, we love you.
Why wouldn't this be interesting to literally anybody?
I don't know. How do we improve this, though? Starting with you, Landry.
Okay, so we've gotten over this.
You got
point
5 seconds.
Twofold. No, I'm gonna speak my fucking mind. Shut up.
Language.
So we've decided that the U.S. national anthem has poor lyrics. They're too abstract. It doesn't really say anything about America. It's just vaguely romantic. And we've decided that Russia has a way better national anthem because their music is super anthemic and epic. Now, I've heard some pretty good renditions of Star Spangled Banner from, full bands who make it sound epic. But it's really not that great of a melody. I mean, Brooke was just saying it came from a drinking song. Screw that. We're better than that. Or at least we should be.
Came from a British
I like
drinking
that.
song. That's
Okay.
the other thing too.
Yeah. Your hot take.
Or my hot take. Okay,
Yep.
let's add some guitar solos because god damn it, we need to have some fucking we need to rip and shred this shit. As well as that, I don't know, add some jazz elements. Freaking go have a trumpet solo.
Jazz, more like French?
No. Jazz
Or
was
is that like
was
Louisiana?
pure.
This is the only American-born
Country?
modern music genre, I think. Unless
What?
you count Blues, maybe. But I think that has.
That
Okay,
kind
I see that. Let's add some jazz here.
But as well as that, I'm just reading France's lyrics for their national anthem, and let's see. Against this tyranny's bloody standards is raised. Do you hear the countryside, the roar of the ferocious soldiers? They're coming right
That's pretty
into the.
sick.
After
arms.
which revolution, though, was that?
I think this was the grand one, the
good.
big famous one where they chopped off the king's head.
So right before Napoleon
Wait,
came in
yeah.
and all that jazz.
First one? No,
Yeah,
wait, no,
so
that was
the
that
fun-
was the first one.
The funny thing with that one too, I was also reading why was this national anthem banned too, and Napoleon actually banned it temporarily.
Oh, well,
and
that's good then. If Napoleon banned it, it's probably great.
He made some good rules. Okay, good take. How about you, Alex?
I'm actually really glad Brooke brought up France because France has probably one of my favorite national anthems in the sense its lyrics are very vivid and very sort of come together and carry out our the will of the people. I think that's really really smart and good and touching. I'm gonna do a hard pass on the guitar solo though because this isn't this isn't Woodstock.
Wait, what about the jazz though?
Maybe.
Add in
Not epic enough.
Yeah, not.
I don't know, at the tail end, add a little bit of jazz in there, like a little saxophone.
Okay, so add a major seventh chord into the last measure and then call it good.
Yes.
That'll make sense to other people, I promise.
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, now I want to know. So, Pojo, what's your what do you think would improve it?
Copy and paste Russians. You can't beat perfection.
I want to go back to Brooke's take. If you were going to have an epic guitar solo in the national anthem,
Who's gonna do
who would
it?
you get to play it? Because all
Well-
of the great American guitarists are dead.
What about Elvis?
Elvis is dead.
Allegedly.
Not a great American guitarist.
Oh damn.
Elvis is super dead.
We don't know
Les
that.
Paul is dead. Chet Atkins is dead. Jimi Hendrix is dead.
Who's the guitarist for Santana?
Carlos Santana?
Is he dead?
He's not dead. Is he an American citizen?
I'm pretty sure. If not, he's probably immigrated.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Immigrated.
John Bon Jovi.
So I would
Throw him up
actually-
there.
I might actually be cool with Carlos Santana doing
Bruce
the guitar
Springsteen.
solo, except that everything that Carlos Santana plays sounds too sexy. Like, I don't want to get turned on by the national anthem.
That's some appeal to that. I think that would be a good tourist.
I don't want to get turned on by the national anthem. That's my only thing.
Is that
It's
big?
a bad choice.
Is that Vegas'
Phil
national
Collins-
anthem
no,
right there?
Phil Collins is British, isn't he?
Phil Collins is English and not a great guitarist.
Phil Collins also, like, I just read somewhere that, like, he is losing, like, feeling with his fingers and actually probably can't drum anymore now.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
After
devastating.
Yeah.
Years and years of doing that.
Why do you say that, Alex? As if, like, you're like, oh, man, that's so
Really
devastating.
I love Phil Collins.
Okay.
I really don't like Phil Collins' solo work at all.
He's not my favorite, but I really enjoy his work.
I would
Genesis
say In
is
the Air
pretty good,
Tonight
though.
was
Genesis is pretty good, but I think Genesis is better with Peter Gabriel on vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Which puts me in an even smaller minority.
Ooh. Motley Crue. Throw them on there.
Absolutely fucking not. I hate Motley Crue.
Slash?
I really do. Slash is a great choice.
Okay.
Slash is a great choice.
Actually, let's take the curveball here. What if it became a rap?
Let's wrap this up.
Oh, God.
There it is. That's
So-
a transition if I've ever heard one.
Wow. Well, that's all we have for you today. This has been Brookside Side Chats. I've been joined by Landry, Brocklin, and Alex.